H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter alongside Jim Hicks. Sometimes Chris Walker, he'll come into you live. I'm on the West Coast, and Jimmy's and Chris on the East Coast. And Jimmy's in Houston. So, but it's a great day, man. We just, so much stuff happening. It's Monday. Glad to see y'all here. We're going to get right to it. I see you, Melvin Dews. I see you, Robert Young. I see you, Simeon Sims. I see you, Tyrone Caldwell. Caldwell, we got some powerful stuff, man. What's going on? And you know, like I like to do, what's going on out there that y'all been seeing is going on? Well, what's been happening? What you want to talk about? Throw it out there. TSU got their head beat in. Oh my God, I didn't think they were gonna get beat like that by Rice. But hey, you know, I sit up and cheered for them when they beat PV. But that was a massacre the other day. What y'all got to talk about? Who else I see? Daryl Anderson, I see you out there. D Holcomb, I think I call your name. What? Kevin K. Kevin K. What Kevin K? K. What's the K mean? Kevin K. Jeremy Davis. That is Moody. You know, those IU Huskies. Young man, what is his name? Thomas. What's the coach's name? Hammond? Let me see the coach name, man. You know I got the coach name somewhere. Thomas Hammock. Thomas Hammock, the coach Northern Illinois University. And where is Northern Illinois? What city is it in? That is Moody. What city is in? I'm just curious. I'm curious to know what city it's in. Shout out to him, Kevin K. Kibby is. Oh man, what's up, Kevin K. From the motherland? Kibby from the motherland. My man. You just made my day. Prime still needs some dogs to get where he want to go. That's Prime fault. Prime should have went. We'll talk about Prime. Prime need to go get him. Somebody told me Prime need to go get him some of them dudes with them combat boots and combat boots. Not them dudes in Amiri sweaters and Amiri shirts. Them big old soft ass dudes, them big old soft dudes he got on that line. Big seat and he can play, but he's soft as Doctor's cotton. They just got beat up, man. But it was so odd. The second half was different. And then they got one touchdown that Shador shouldn't have threw. So the people didn't score but 21 points on the defense. And then Shiloh got hurt. Then the safety got ejected. It was just a bad day for them, man. Shout out to my brother Jeremy Davis working Worthing coach. All right? Jeremy Davis. So Jeremy Davis is responsible for Kevin K. Hold up, y'all. Let me get them, man. Hold up, y'all. Y'all know how to get my boy Jeremy Davis on today. I told you when I read the Bible, you know, it's got the begots and the begots. She begot him. She begot him. Yeah. Jeremy Davis begot Kevin K. I forgot who got Thaddeus Moody. Somebody, Thaddeus, how did you come on the show? Jerry Harris, what's up, baby? How you doing, sir? Casey Small, how did you know about the show? You know, I'd be curious. Daryl Anderson, you've been around for a long time. How did you hear about the show? Tyrone Caldwell, who brought you on? Robert Young, I know who brought you on. Melvin Dews, who brought you on? Simeon Sims, who brought you on? Y'all put your people up there. Brandon Wheatfall, who brought you on? Who brought you on? Who turned you on to the Chop Shop? And I got some interesting stuff. Man, I had an interesting phone call yesterday, man. Before I came on the show, man. People have been combing through 5 years of the Chop Shop trying to figure out what they can do with the show. It's amazing. But they said something that's key. Oh my God. I'll share with y'all a little bit later. I was there. Nick and Mike Irvin, that's right. They was on the show during the COVID. That's right. See there? My big brother turned me on. Jamaz, Boogie. What's up, baby? Who brought you on the show? Brandon Weefall, how did you get on the show? Send me a Sim. Stephen Wood. That's man. Stephen Woods, man. What y'all been doing to Stephen Woods? He used to be on the show every day. Y'all, the coach can't come on no more. Somebody said something inappropriate and they cut it off. Whoever that. Somebody said something inappropriate on the show and they said this message is held for review. I got a message. Somebody out there, why you want to say something inappropriate today on the show, man? What I done found out, a lot of people got, everybody got fighting a battle, man. So I'm gonna be kind. I try to be kind to everybody, but y'all, what y'all don't understand, and people who don't know about the show, I got people who watch the show with me, and they tell me what comments to talk about. So it's okay. Listen, it's okay to comment. People tell me, they get mad when I talk about the comment. Then they say, well, you got to show you. Yes, you got a right to comment, but don't I have a right to come back and say something? That new job got Oh. The new job. Thank you, Sims. I forgot about that, Malcolm. What's up, Malcolm? Where you been, man? But y'all, it's a lot of stuff. Anything happen? I'm trying to see that anything happen over the weekend that y'all think we need to talk about. Y'all know I got some, boy. Y'all know I got something for you. You want to talk about KC? What happened to KC? What happened? KC, I don't know what you're talking about. Anybody else? Anybody got something? Thaddeus Moody? Thaddeus Moody want to talk. Well, let's talk about Thaddeus Moody guy right now. Let's put him out there right now. What's my coach name? Northern Illinois coach. Watch this, y'all. They beat Notre Dame. Notre Dame, one of the most storied programs. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Just so people, we looking at Dion, them, they get their head tore off. Let me tell you something. Man, with this transfer portal, anything can happen in a college football game. And but Prime them embarrassed me the other day. Cause I sit up there and take out my time and plan to watch that game. Share the show, everybody, and watch that game. And I just want to see a better product. Them dudes just too soft. They wearing skinny jeans and Amiri jackets and Amiri shirts instead of combat boots and boot cut jeans. It's that's what it takes, man. You got to get them big corn fed dudes on the front line, and cause them dudes was whooping them like they stole something. You can't let nobody bone you like that. Or bone you like they own you. You can't let nobody do you like that. Hey, Brian Boatwright. Hey, Lakeisha. He said, talking about high school basketball, pull you in. Okay. Well, you got to wait. We ain't talking about no high school basketball right now. But I hope something else will pull you in. I don't know where I'm going to go today. First of all, to all the coaches, to all your coaching friends, I did it last year, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give it to you again. I always have something for you. Coach Sampson sent me this information this morning. One of the best coaches on the planet. He sent me this message. UFH is having another clinic. They call it a clinic VIP. Same free clinic. You ain't got to pay for nothing. All you got to shout out to Jacoby and Rob May on their first win against Cincinnati. Shout out to those two brothers. He right. I just don't like that team that much. But shout out to him, Jeremy Davis, if that's what you want to do. I don't too much like that team. All the honor. But we got a U of H coaching clinic. Put this on your calendar. October the 12th, it's on a Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. They are inviting you, coaches, and your staff to their 2024 UH coaching clinic. I learned so much. I might try to come back for this. because I'm gonna come back and vote early. Uh, they're gonna have film sessions. See, they're gonna have film sessions. They're gonna have a weight room. They're gonna show you the weight room. They're gonna show you the on-court breakdown. They're gonna have a team practice. Kevin Sampson gonna. You don't want to miss this. They tweak it and make it better every year. How to sign up takes 2 minutes. Let me see. Can I get that? Let me get that link and put it up there for you so you can have it. Um, Let me find that link right quick. I'm gonna put it up there. I'm gonna have some more information for y'all soon. But I just don't want y'all. Let me tell you something. You be a summer coach, any kind of coach. Uh, I want you to be able to. Let me see. Can I put it? Yeah. Let me see. Let's see. I just want you to be able to come in and enjoy yourself. And when I keep telling y'all, I don't send y'all on no bomb. No, 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 no. Anytime you come to an event that I talk about and I put a stamp on it personally, you can rest assured that event is worth that. If I even advertise like I advertise Frozen 2.0, if I haven't been to that place and experienced, people call me all the time that want to uh, advertise on this show. But if I don't believe in their product, I can't do it. That's why I love Cleopatra's and Mimi's New Orleans Cafe. Um, I believed in their product. I believed in their product. And when I believe in your product, then I can talk about it. If y'all, I'm telling you, you just can't call me saying, man, woman, man, you better have some great product. And I love that, but I put that on the screen. I believe in this product. I think the three or four of them they done had, I've been to each one of them. I'm not a coach, but I go because I want to know more about basketball. So when I know more about basketball, guess what? I'm calling basketball games. I know how to, uh, know how to understand the game better, man. I learned so much from Coach Sampson and that staff. It's just unbelievable. So it's a free event at the Fertitta Center, Fertitta Center, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. It's the clinic. Then from 12:30 to 2:30, it's open practice. So y'all, you register. I just put that up on the. Let me see. They got metered parking outside. They got parking on the roof. Let's see what else. If you got any questions, you can call Bilal Badley at 713 834-2754. Coach B, he'll handle it for you. I think it's a great job. Anybody got a coach, even referees, referees. Y'all really need to be y'all butt up there. Have y'all? I don't know what y'all be talking about. But I just wanted to throw that out there. When I announce it over this airways, I think too much of y'all to put out some bad information. Y'all, it's somebody is going through 5 years of our work and our intellectual property trying to figure, and guess the key thing. Guess what they said? Robert, have you ever thought about having a woman on the show? I said, that's why we have Women Rock Wednesday, because we used to have a woman on the show. Our thing is to find a woman dynamic enough to be. We want a woman on the show, but we got to find a woman dynamic enough that understand if this is what she want to do. So these people doing, I mean, they selling this thing. I mean, it's just y'all. I'm telling you, people. I just want to thank y'all. I want to be. I'm grateful for y'all. Really, I'm really grateful. I'm sitting here because I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for y'all. If it wasn't for King Sticks, if it wasn't for Marquessa, if it wasn't for Lakeisha, yeah, rest in peace, Alan Aldridge, Bush High School coach. I don't know him, but rest in power, young man. I know that campus. My heart goes out to that campus and the people over there on that campus. Thank you, Lakeisha. They sent me that information this morning. Um, let's see. Trying to see did anybody say something, but Alfeo. Shout out to Alfeo, Texas. I had to cheer for Texas because one of my son's best friends. So I guess he my nephew. Um, he had Texas in a parlay, so I couldn't cheer against Texas yesterday, and he happened to win that parlay, and he showed me how to do it too, and you know what I'm saying. I don't know Coach Aldrich, but wait a minute, Alan Aldrich. Wait a minute, I think I do. Hold on. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. I think I do. Hold on. I got to see his picture first. Uh, oh, I'm glad y'all said that. Alan Aldridge. Yeah, he played in the league. Yes. Yes, nice guy. Yes, I remember him. Let me make sure. Yes, I know that. Yes. Wow, I didn't know it was him. Oh my God. Young man, too, man. Wow. Unbelievable. Fort Bend coach Alan Aldridge, Double A. That's what they used to call it. Remember that guy, man. Wow. Unexpectedly dies. 52 years old. Yes, I know him. I know him. I forgot. I called him Double A. I didn't. I didn't even think about no. Yes, I know. Shout out to his family, to the school, to the students. I want the football team. I know them young kids. Oh my goodness, man! Y'all done messed me up with that one. I'm telling you, y'all done got me with that one. I got. Yes, I'm emotional about that one. But I know he will want the show to go on. Um, Notre Dame blew up my parlay. You know what? Uh, Hold on. Man, Double A got to me, y'all. Y'all can let me gather myself right quick because I got something good to tell you. Just to all you people and all your friends. We have a policy platform page on Vice President Kamala Harris' website now. You know all them guys talking about what's your policies? Tommy, what's your policy? Jermaine, what's your policies? See, I want to see how many of them go to this page. She not only have a breakdown of her policies, but it also she got how each of these policies are threatened by Trump. There's a section on the opportunity economically and lowering the cost for families. Most of us are families. So shout out the Kamala Harris. All you got to do is call Kamala Harris, I think, .gov. Just go Kamala Harris policy website and you'll find it. Okay? I hadn't read all of it yet. They sent it to me. But you know what? I saw some over the weekend. I'm just gonna go down some things I saw since y'all don't give me none. Somebody told me Jerry Jones Saw Colorado and Shadil play the other night. And he said, sign Dak right now. Because you remember, they was talking about getting rid of Dak and bringing in Shador. It's not fair. I love Shador. Y'all know that's my favorite quarterback. But, man, that kid, he a bigger man than me. But what y'all think? What y'all think? Then I was thinking about, somebody sent me something. They said, people want you to tiptoe around their feelings while they tap dance on yours. Sometimes you got to remind them that you can dance too. You can tweet that if you want to. People want you. People want Gary Carter. People want Paul Miranda. Lakeisha. People want for you to tiptoe around their feelings while they tap dance on yours. Sometimes you need to remind them that you can tap too. People want to just put comments up here on this screen and keep putting comments on this screen and expect for me not to say nothing about it. They got slick little comments, slick look. Y'all don't understand. I got all the people in my mind that come on here with them slick ass comments. And y'all, we're better without them. Somebody called me this morning. The guy called me this morning, Paul Miranda. This guy in entertainment business. He said, man, I can't believe this show is not the best show in the country. I said, it is. He said, I can't believe ain't nobody picked this. I can't believe it. He said, I done went through 5 years, Paul Miranda. See, I know. Y'all, it take people away from y'all. You know, some of y'all believe it, and some of y'all believe you me. Y'all, because you wouldn't watch it every day if you want. But this dude I took some notes, y'all. I'm just sitting there. You know how I am, right? I don't pick up praises too good. Then I don't have to put down the criticism. So I don't never pick up. I'm just trying to see what the dude said. He said you got the ability to connect with people and build relationships. He said, check this out. You could tell he been watching the show. Hold up, y'all. Hold up, I forgot. He said, I saw something that you said years ago to married men. He said a lot of married men can learn from you. It just can't. I don't know what it is. I kind of, if he gave me something, he was just talking, and I was just listening. But to a guy who don't know me, he don't know the history of this show, but he went back and watched the shows, Gary Carter, and said, what he said, a lot of married men can learn from me. But I got some people that'll take a slice of something when I got on their ass on this show and send that around to people. But we got a guy, hold up, who I've done things for. And we got a guy who I've never done anything for. Somebody sent him some information about me and the show and about Jimmy. And they said, okay. He said, man, how would you? He said, I'm going to send you some ideas by Wednesday. I mean, it's... Then I saw this the other day. I thought about me. Somebody said, "Are you?" I've been married. I ain't married now. Are you? I don't know. I don't know what he said. Dude, I don't know what I said. I got to call it. I'm gonna call the guy later on. I'm gonna text him. Man, tell me which one it was. Y'all, ain't no. Listen, I told you. It's a woman told me I helped save her son's life. I still don't know what I said. She didn't tell me. He didn't tell me what I said. Yo, I've got 7 years of work for this stuff. You think I can just remember if off a drop? I can't. I told y'all I be under a spell when I come on this show. When I get off this show, I go back into the world. I don't know. Somebody just text me. Been married before. Wasn't nothing wrong with marriage. I just married the wrong person. I love marriage. Sometimes you marry the wrong person. And the next time, I married because I wanted to. The next time, I'm going to let him do it. I'm going to let him, since it's all of his heels, I'm going to let him send it to me. If you get my grip, I'm going to let him send it to me. Because I don't seem to know what the hell I'm doing. And I'm going to admit, I don't know. I messed up once. Next time, big fella, it's on you. But no, Shadura is not out there acting like that's your opinion. I don't think Shadura's out there acting like a spoiled, rich, white, spoiled kid. I just don't think that. I just think, man, I mean, the hard work this kid done put in and he see been put into them offensive linemen, you get up there and beat, you get your damn head beat in. Evidently, you ain't played football. And I know you ain't played quarterback because if you play quarterback, you'll understand this. Playing the role of quarterback is one of the craziest things. And guess what? He is different. He's been, he's different. He didn't grow up in the hood. But I don't think he's acting like a rich white spoiled kid. I don't think that. And I know you put a LOL out there, but no, I don't even want you to put that. See, y'all don't understand what your words mean. See, I don't speak stuff like that in the universe, and I just want to make an example of this. These the kind of words that we say about our black people and our black kids. That's a black man talking about a young black man. Instead of saying, man, he can do this, he can do this, he can do this. Don't just say that. Words are powerful, man. I know y'all used to talking about people and talking about people behind their back. I know y'all used to it. But I ain't used to it because I'm not finna talk about you behind your back. I'm gonna talk about you right here in front of your face when I see you. Come here, come here, Paul. Come here. I ain't gonna get on Twitter. I'm gonna call you on the phone. So we just got to watch because I want you to sit back. I want you to sit back because I saw this the other day. If you made every decision based on what you once said about you at your funeral, would you have done life differently? I saw this from Ryan Clark, I think. Just made me think. If you made every decision based on what you once said about you at your funeral, would you have done life differently? Share this show, y'all. This gonna be an important show today. I got more. This millions of people need to hear this. Would you be a better spouse? Would you be kinder? Would you not talk about kids on this show? Because I've been trying to keep a steady example of not talking about people on this show. I bring up things that need to be highlighted, but I'm going to always try to get the best out of it. I'm doing it for a reason. Would you be a better spouse? Would you be kinder? Would you show others more grace? Is it possible for you to show Shadur more grace? Would you be more honest? Would you change anything at all? He made me ask myself those questions last night. And I would change so much. Oh my God, I would change so much because I'd attempt to be better. I try to do more. I try to do more. Hey, Sonya, I try to do more. Sonya, the two Sonyas. I know y'all just came on. I was just talking about King Sticks put up a comment up there, and I love his comments. Ain't nothing wrong with his comments, but it just made me think about. I'm gonna give you two things because I know you two women didn't get it because I know y'all would have said something. People want you to tap dance around their feelings while they tap dance on yours. Sometimes you need to remind them that you can tap dance too. But they want you to tiptoe around their feelings while they want to tap dance on yours. Sometimes you need to remind them that you can tap dance too. But if you made every decision based on what you once said about you at your funeral, would you have done it differently? Y'all, I got convicted by this last night. I got convicted. Would you be a better spouse, son? Would you be a better, would you be kinder? You know, one of my pet peeves in people, that's just the way I am. I'm just, I don't like it. I don't like it. I ain't going to be around you. I ain't being around your rude ass. I can't do it. Would you show others more grace? Would you be more honest? Would you change anything at all? But I asked myself all those questions last night, y'all, when I was thinking about. I said, and if I would change a whole lot about me, man. Because I'd attempt to be better. I try to do more. Then I look and watch this media. Imagine the media treatment of Kamala Harris if she would have had 5 children by 3 different men, then added a having sex with a porn star. And people tell me, yeah, I'm pro-black, proud black and pro-black. And let me tell you something, which means, so y'all can understand, it means I am anti everything that tries to destroy black people, even if it's other black people. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. I'm going to give it to you one more time. I am pro-black, but I love everybody. I will help everybody, which means I'm anti everything that tries to destroy black people. That's my vitriol against you. I ain't talking about no politics. Man trying to destroy me. And even if it's other black people, I'm against your ass too. So in case you didn't know. And the reason I have to let people know, because some people come on this show and don't know you and don't know who I am. Uh, I saw this story uh, the other day. And we got to stop believing the lies that we even tell ourselves that we don't stick together. It's some of y'all just can't help it. Some of y'all got to have some negative to say about somebody. Y'all can't help it. Uh, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. I like that, Mark. I like that, Mark. I like that. I like that. Mark, You can't do nothing about the other. Mark, I wish you go study the history of the civil rights movement. Man, them people didn't agree on nothing. But the things that they did agree on, they got behind it and got it pushed. The people didn't like each other. Y'all, Martin Luther King, who y'all always bragging about now, he had the lowest approval rating amongst us. We didn't like him. Man, Martin Luther King, you messing with these good white folk. You leave us alone. We was all right when you went here. But I saw this story. All we can do is Mark. You don't be that way. Sonia is not that way. All we can do is get to the people that like-minded like us. That's all we can do. Y'all don't understand. It's some people on this feed. They just negative ass people. They can't help it. They life effed up. People tell me, man, you're preaching a sermon sometimes. No, I'm communicating life. I have lived a life that I'm trying to communicate to people. When I got people out of town, somewhere on the other side of the world, watching 5 years and watching all the content on our show and saying, man, married men need to listen to what you say. Let me see what he said. Hold on, let me see what did that man say? Because I want to give, because a lot of married men can learn from you. Shit, a lot of single men can learn from you. Because I learned it. I done made the mistakes for you. I'm trying to get you to skip them steps that you don't have to skip. When I'm talking about summer basketball, I've been there. From Junebug all the way up throughout. It's hard pressed to find another guy like me. You don't have to like me, but it's hard pressed. Some people are jealous of that. And I know. But I ain't seen a man I'm jealous of yet. Not yet. I want you to win. A guy, his son played in this. You watch other people coach your son. You allowed them. Left them alone. Never forget, said, son, we ain't playing on this team no more. Because when the grandma goes to the game, she don't know nothing about basketball. Grandma come back and say, Robert, what does swing it mean? I said, swing it means when you get the ball, you swing it and pass it to the next guy. Well, why does the coach, every time Robert touched the ball, he'd say, swing it? I said, because he want him to pass it to his son. This is a lady who don't know no basketball. She said, why he want me to pass it to him and he the better shooter? I said, he the coach. I never forget. Told Robert we wasn't playing on the team no more. That little boy neatly folded that stuff up they had, gave him the practice uniform and all that in the little bag and pulled and put it by the door and said, Dad, you can take it back to him. And I didn't read it. Evidently my son been ready to go. Because Yulia said, no, Dad, I want to play on this team. That man folded that practice uniform up, put it in that little old red Houston hoop bag, it was playing with Jumbo, and set it by the door. You can take this back to him. I said, Dad, I missed that. He didn't want to play on this team. Then we went to another team. Terrible. We went to another team. This particular team, they go on a trip. And I get a call from the coach. Said, man, your son has been, he won't He telling all the kids on the bus not to get out the van and go in this hotel. I said, put him on the phone. I said, what's going on, man? He said, Daddy, this one of these hotels you told me not to stay in. So Mark, all he told the other guys in the van, it's a 9 or 10-year-old kid. Said, man, my dad ain't gonna let us stay in it. It was the Microtel in Dallas. It had the bulletproof glass. The little girls, the little cheerleaders, get over there, they were crying. So I called the director of the program and said, man, where you at, man? I'm my son playing. We out of town in another place. I said, okay. Where y'all staying at? He told me. I said, well, why you got them staying here? You and your son staying in a nice hotel. Why in the hell you got these people staying here? I said, this is what you do, player. This is what you do. We ain't staying here. Go get the balance. I'm finna check all of your kids, all these kids in this hotel over here. But you gonna give me the balance of what you was gonna pay over here. So I've been there, y'all parents. That probably ain't never happened to no parent, but been there. Go up. In the 8th grade, I get tired of that team. So I waited around, just let him work out. Then I had the opportunity in the 8th grade, Alan Branch and Terrell Henderson, they came to me. They was about to get a program together called, had no name yet, but they came to me. He said, man, he said, I got all of this going on, Mr. Hatter. He gave me a great PowerPoint, Coach Henderson. He said, man, I got all of this going on. I got this player, I can get this player. He said, we need to go here, we need to go here, we need to go here, we need to go here. And I never forget, I sit back and say, wow, my son in the 8th grade, he ain't gonna benefit from playing, but he'll benefit from playing and practicing with these guys. So I put on my thinking cap. I told him, I said, do me a favor. He said, I just ain't got no money. So Doug Jones, all I said was, it's real talk. He'll tell you. I said, man, go get your schedule, go get your players, go find your gym where you want to practice, all of that there. And don't worry about no money. I got it. Y'all, I was investing. I wasn't. The city benefited from the position I wanted to put my son in. So the rising tide rise on. If I raise their profile, my son's profile. So he was an 8th grader, the only one going around the country with some of the best players in the country. And coaches were looking, what it was his 8th grader. So I went through all of that. Trey Phillips. This is why I can talk to y'all. All them other there's nobody in this community can take your kid from there, do what I did here, and then if you're good enough, I can represent him too. Sometimes I forget. And if you're a football player, I can represent him too. Because everybody don't turn out being a basketball player. But that's the unique thing about this community. But I saw this story, Doug. So when anybody says something about, you talking about this, you talking about summer coaches, I demand better out of some summer coaches. You know why? Because I've been around the best. See, when you've been around a certain standard, you ain't got time for that bull crap. You just ain't got time. And you're going to call it out and people get mad at you. You talking about summer coach. All you doing is talking about summer coach. Yeah. No. I'm trying to get y'all don't have to do this. These kids, their mamas, they looking for you for information. If you don't have, go get the right information. Don't be doing all that crazy ass lying and all that fake ass offers. Man, there's some stuff I could have told y'all on this show about some fake offers. Would have blew y'all away. But I ain't trying to hurt nobody. You know why I know about it? Because when the offer was delivered, I said, oh no. No. I said, what? I said, do me a favor. Told her mama. The mama didn't want to do it because she was happy. My son got out. Their mamas didn't want to do it. And the daddy, he didn't want to do it. They was happy. I said, call the coach and tell him you want to set up a visit right now. The coach never called them back, ladies and gentlemen. That's how I knew that was a fake ass offer. The coach never, ever, and to this day, have called them back. But we got people out here doing that kind of stuff. And you expect for me not to say nothing about it. When I know young kids out here trying to earn a scholarship, all these kids want to do is just teach me how to get better enough to play in college. You don't have to lie. You don't have to fake the offer so I can play on your team. Find you somebody that can teach me how to play this stuff better. All I want to do, parents, all you want your son is to do is get better. But I saw this story, ladies and gentlemen. And y'all stop believing these lies that people don't stick together and look out for each other. Stay connected to people who vibe with you and who got your back. And I saw this. These guys were helping his sister keep her store open. Her IG is the sister, Sista, Shop Atlanta. Look at what happened. Look what happens when we are intentional. Watch this.
David, I have tried everything from organic marketing to paid marketing to influencer marketing. Of course, as things have gotten tight, the marketing budget has gotten cut because I'm just trying to pay my staff at this point.
We gotta get in more than blessing business. It don't cost a lot for us to do this. Like, I'm gonna give $1,000 today. Whatever you could give, 100. You could dig a little extra in your pocket today. Like, no, I don't want to make this seem like church, but no, let's blow that thing up.
Let's blow it up.
Jesus, Smitty. More bags, Smitty. In there, booming, fill them hands up, booming.
My sister wins.
We all win.
When my sister win, we all win. When my brother win, we all win. That's what we should have did when Cleopatra's and Mimi's had a little hiccup. We should have been flooding ourselves out there. Few of us went out there. Few people did something. But this what I keep telling y'all, we got to be intentional. Y'all, we got the power. This what sustains the community so our sons can be able to go and play high school basketball and high school football. Tanya, I'm telling you, Sonya, tears came out. Every time I see it, tears came out of my eye. The lady said she was at church praying for something to happen, and stuff was already happening while she was coming from church. This happened on Sunday. Do y'all understand? Listen, summer basketball. That's the only thing I have been asking y'all to do. Instead of getting mad at me, let's do it. We got to be intentional. I said, let's go by Frozen 2.0. Groups of y'all should have been going to Frozen 2.0 and buying that lady bar out and buying that lady's food stuff out. That's how intentionally we got to start being. Instead, well, I get over there whenever I want to. No, I put out the clarion call a month ago. Some of y'all still ain't went. What if those people didn't show up for my man today? Yesterday? It don't take a lot of money if everybody just do a little something. Y'all feeling me? This is real. Yo, that blew me away. Like tomorrow, they're gonna watch the debate. Go to the Black Star Network and watch the debate. Download it. The Black Star Network app, or go to YouTube. Roland Martin, go to YouTube, Roland Martin. That's how you watch the debate. Don't watch it on CNN. Be intentional. Because them other people gonna let that food, man, I got some stuff I'm gonna share with y'all tomorrow. It's too heavy to share with y'all today. I got some stuff I got to share with y'all tomorrow. I couldn't believe. I got to set it up, the presentation. I got the information, but I got to set up the presentation for y'all because y'all deserve it. Y'all, listen, y'all on this show are some of the greatest and loyal people. We just got to put all of us on this show in a position where all of us can, and at one time, we said, let's meet over here today. You don't need me, you yourself. Let's go over here. Let's go over to Frozen today and bow to bow. Let's bow. Let's just bow. We don't want a what you call it? What's that? We don't want a blackened salmon left in there. We don't want a frozen drink left in there. The frozen drink thing, you know how it be full and it should go down. Just like when you go to Slick Willie's. You go to Miami, you got a drink this tall at Slick Willie's. You go to New Orleans, you bought a drink this tall to drink. You need to do that there. Y'all feel me? But I got to share something with y'all. I got to share this with you. I want to talk about Tyreek Hill. I really do. But are you surprised? What else can we say about Tyreek Hill? What else? What do you want me to talk about? We know it's racist cops. They might stop me. They might stop you. So I can talk about it, but how can I get in the heart of those cops? How can I change this? Explain this to me. How can I change this?
Hey, keep your window down. Keep your window down, I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out. Hey.
I've seen this before. I've seen this. But that's a guy with means. They let him go. Trey Phillips, you'd have been arrested. But Trey Phillips would have let the window down. You've seen this. I could talk about this. What can I say? A traffic violation, and I get laid on that hot-ass Miami asphalt with a chest out, and I got a white beat on. Then when my teammates pass by to help me, you put them in handcuffs?
They put him in handcuffs. Oh, fuck.
And then we got presidential candidates saying, I got to allow more than that, more of that. I got to give them police immunities, immunity where they can't get harmed for doing stuff like that. What can I go? What can I talk about? We can't control that. Sean, what's up, Sean? We can't control that, Sean. One of the best golf instructors in the world is on the feed right now. I'm gonna tell you what we can control. What them people did for that sister a minute ago. We can control that. That's happened all over America, y'all. George Floyd, they put a knee on his neck. Eric Garner, they put his knee on his neck. That happens all over the world. All over the world. Interesting day in the NFL. I want to talk about it, but I saw something over the weekend. Coach me and Jimmy talked about it a little bit. Sean, I'm great, man. Man, I can't wait to see you, man. I'm in LA right now. I can't wait to get back to Houston. I've been watching you. You've been doing great things. Keep on doing it. Keep doing what you're doing. If you need me, call me. I'd love to have you come on here and talk about golf. I was looking at something. I'm going to show you how we are and why we got to be intentional. John Calipari, his first 5 years at the University of Memphis. Y'all listen to this. Y'all listen to this. Y'all watch this. But Jameson Morrow, I know he been kicked. What about the kids up there, these guys that arrested that been kicked and battered things and happened? Tyreek Hill got up, they released him, and he went back in there and played. But y'all worried about it because it's Tyreek Hill? What about if it was just Sean? What about if it was Jameson? You could have been Eric Garner. What we worried about it because it was Tyreek Hill? See, our focus, we got to find out what would make a man. I don't know what happened. But if he didn't swing on one of them guys, they shouldn't be taking him down. That's the point I'm trying. Any man, not just black, any man. They didn't throw Scotty Scheffler on the ground, but they arrested him and took him to jail, though. They let this man go. It was a happy ending. They let him go. What'd you say? They kicked him, but they let him go. Jameson, they also kicked him, but they let him go. What about the people they didn't let go? That's what we need to be worried about. But I was watching. I'm watching black people, black coaches, black people in the basketball community snickering and sneering and about situations that happen at University of Memphis. A lot of it, they hate because, that's school. That's my school. I know where it come from. Vitriol. Penny don't even know these dudes. How the hell you can be mad at somebody and don't like nobody you don't know? He ain't never did nothing to nobody. But I sit back and y'all watch it, listen to me. The first 5 years, Calipari, first 5 years, him at Memphis. Okay? He went to the NIT, the third round. He was the NIT champ 1 year. The next, he was NCAA round of 64 1 year. Then was an NCAA round of 33, round of 32. Then the NIT semifinals. the next year, going all in 5 years. Penny Hardaway, 5 years, eligible for tournament. NIT, second round. NIT champ next year. NCAA 32. NCAA 64. Rejected the invite last year. That 6 year was a must win. Excuse me. That 6 year for Cal wasn't a must win. Thank you, Sonya. Sonya, boy, that's why I love black women. Thank you, Sonya. That 6 year wasn't a must win for Cal. In fact, he got a raise and a raise for his assistants. So, Penny Hardaway talked to John Rothstein. Good article. The questioning and interview. Let me give you some of the questions. John Rothstein said, y'all listen to this now. I'm giving it to you out of his mouth. I'm giving it to you. Forget what none of these people talking about. All these other people running their mouth, the John Uris and all them people of the world. Yeah, I call his name because he, you know, sometimes you just hate when somebody is associated with you. He had 2 players come to Memphis through Rick Stansberry, the guy who got fired. So if you hear anything from John Ury, it's coming from that particular. Now, John Ury sent me the negative article, but he didn't send me this one. This how we hate ourselves. Because I know he don't know Penny. He can't hate Penny. Some people are jealous of him. Nice looking, tall, rich, NBA, college coach. Some people get jealous, y'all. Y'all know. But let me keep going. But Rothstein asked the question, is there anything that you would do differently during your tenure? Hold on. I'm going to hold that. Because he said, that's not my point. Driving my black, who have never been recorded, is who I'm worried about. Yes, that man will be fine. It should win this lawsuit. But I'm not worried. Okay, I'm just letting you know. I'm not worried about, yeah. They do that all the time. That's the point I'm trying to make, James. They do it all the time, James. I wasn't disputing yours. I was adding to you. That is not enough. But let me get back. This is a very important article. Y'all need to listen. Nissaville. We're talking about a black coach who done helped black families all over the world. He said, ask Penny, is there anything that you would do differently during your tenure if you could have a mulligan? Penny said, I don't think so. Because to me, it's the bumps and the bruises. He said, my bumps and bruises in this business can get louder than anyone else's bumps and bruises. I think winning 20 games a season, having a postseason NIC championship, beating some of the best teams in the country, and having a conference championship the first year, I think that should be okay. He said the first year I inherited Tubby Smith teams and made it to the second round of the NIT. The second year was a COVID year. The third year we were NIT champions. In the fourth year we made the second round of the NCAA tournament and lost to Gonzaga. In the fifth year we lost in the second round on the last second shot from Florida Atlantic when Kendrick Davis turned over that ball. And he had the ball, and we had the ball with 10 seconds left in our point guard's hand. He said, I think it's just the bumps and the bruises of the game. But to say I'm not accomplished in everything that I've done, that's a lie. This Penny talking. It's who I am. I'm being judged harsher than the average coach who just came in. It is what it is, he said. I'm not above criticism, but I know that I've been judged harsher. Criticize me, he said. I got thick skin. Now he ain't got no thick skin. I can tell you that. But if we're talking about facts and you have been in this business longer than I have, about something being in their somebody being in their first 6 years from someone who you respected, who's the best in the business to the worst in the business, if those guys are giving up, ooh, he talking about, watch this. Listen, hold on, let me rewrite, because he talking about Jay Wright, and hold up that, he talking about Jay Wright and Coach K. Watch this, y'all. Y'all watch this, Penny, this was clever. It was clever, Penny. I didn't even realize that. When my first read, he said, I have thick skin, but if you're talking about facts and you have been in this business longer than I have, about someone being in their first 6 years from someone who you respect, who's the best in the business to the worst in the business, if those guys are giving up on after their 5th or 6th season, they wouldn't have become who they are. Jay Wright was terrible in his first 5-6 years. Krzyzewski was terrible. You already saw Cal, if they had gave it up on him, but they probably should have gave up on him. But I'm playing around. He said, I love this. That's what is so funny to me. Is it harsher because I came from the NBA? I came in with the quote, we want all the smoke, which everybody except a few people understood what I meant, that we play anybody anywhere, and we have played anybody anywhere. They come into Texas A&M and tore their head off. They went in to beat Virginia. He played. That's why he said he want all the smoke. But guys like Rick Barnes, who is over this basketball community, and all the black summer coaches and all, they look up to these guys like they're God. Oh, if Rick don't like him, then I'm not gonna like him. If Rick don't like him, I don't like him. If Calipari don't like him, then I don't like him because I like Cal. I'm not. When are we gonna be intentional? Thank you, Penny. But let me keep going. He said, it's gotten misconstrued. To me, it's just weird being in this space. Came back to do something for my city, right? Came back. I don't need the money. I came back to school to teach young men and try to help my city and my school out. And it's like, let me put Jimmy on mute because he's loud over there. I came to let my school help my school out, and it's like I've been under some microscope that's unbelievable. I ain't mean to have you on the screen, Jimmy. Hold on. It's just really been weird going through this space because good guys finish last, and good guys really finish last at this level. It's also confirmed that that the 3 lead assistants next season would be Mike Davis, Nolan Smith, and Jermaine Johnson. But it was so weird, y'all. The next day, after he fired Rick Stansberry, an anonymous letter showed up to the school talking about stuff with, what's the boy name? DeAndre, who I know for a fact, he's just trying to help. And people sit here. Yes, it's personal to me. It's a kid like my little brother. But he just gave you the facts. People talking about, you 5'4" coaches at the same time. Dude, he already had people ready to get in them spots. Them dudes need to leave. You can't have people in your staff that's trying to tell you what to do. Only thing I do blaming is some people I wouldn't have never hired. But I can't tell him who to hire. But great shout out to John Rothstein. Let me see if there's anything else I want to share with that one. It was a great article. They asked him a question. He said, why did you opt to make the staff changes that you did this past week? He said, really, I don't really want to get into that. That's what he told. Then he said, are you surprised at the amount of staff turnover? Now, the man just told his ass he didn't want to get into it. But are you surprised at the amount of staff turnover that you've had during your tenure as Memphis head coach? It's an interview, John Rothstein. I like John Rothstein too. Hardaway come back and said, at the end of the day, this is who I am. I'm not traditional, so stop trying to put me with them guys that are. I am not a traditional dude. That's first and foremost. People have come to me for various reasons. People want jobs. I can tell you. That's why I say it's everything I can't talk about. But if he putting it here, I'm just going to put it here. Because they're calling me, asking me for jobs. They just want to be around him for their benefit. Ain't no other coach got that kind of cachet. But let me keep going. He said, people have come to me for various reasons. He said, the turnover had a lot of graduate assistants. Ain't nobody talked about that. Had a lot of managers. Ain't nobody said that. The coaches who have left have went to get bigger and better jobs and positions. No one has really just been fired. There has been multiple things that have happened mutually, and I still talk to everyone who has been in this program because it's a tree. For everyone else, it's a coaching tree, but for me, it's a turnover. So if you want to understand what the turnover is, it's a group of young men and women who went on to do better. I might not have had a coaching position for them, so they went to get a coaching position. Or they had a coaching position that they may felt that another coaching position might have projected them better for a bigger role. I don't understand, and it's Penny talking, I don't understand why this is an unheard of for you guys who have been in this business for a long time. This is only my 6th year. I'm trying to figure this thing out. I started out having an NBA staff, and now I'm trying to work everything else out. John Rothstein said, what's the biggest thing you learned about being a Memphis head coach? What do you think, what you didn't know prior to taking the job? I'm going to bring you in now, Jimmy. But I'm gonna keep this because I got to stay here. I got to stay here because it's interesting. He said, I think I knew everything because there's always going to be a microscope and a target on me. I'm my harshest critic. Now he is. I know how things work from being in the NBA. I understand that when you come to this job, what comes along with it, whether it's good or it's bad. I understand that from being a professional athlete first, I didn't pay my dues, and a lot of people don't like that. I came in and took over to help the team out at the time when attendance was very low, and I'm still a newbie to this game, working things out and getting better every year because I understand who I am. I came from wanting an NBA staff because guys wanted to get to the NBA. And now I'm more settled in as a coach because I understand how it goes. So for me, the biggest thing I know was I knew was the scrutiny and everything. What I did know is it was the college game, but I learned on the fly. Wow. That was a good article, man. It was a good article, man. Great article. Go look up John Rothstein. Great article so you can understand. So when these clowns out here running their mouth, talking about this because they love Rick Stansbury and Rick Stansbury this and Rick Stansbury that, he done just told you. Most of his turnover has came from managers. And the people that left, they left to go do something else. Mike Miller left and what? Wanted to go be an agent. Was trying to damn near be an agent while he was on the staff. Who else done had that on his staff? In case you didn't know. Frank Haith wanted to go to another place. So when you're running your mouth about some people, man, know the facts. Instead of having some of the people you be talking to, they don't have all the facts. And I just wanted to share, since he shared it, because I was telling you, Jimmy, the other day, there's a lot of things I just can't talk about. But he shared some things, and it's a great article. Shout out to John Rothstein. I can't wait to see him this year. But a great article. That's how you write an article. You let the man talk. You ask. I know. Now he had a couple of things I didn't like. But guess what? You ain't gonna get it all. But what's up, Jimmy? What you got, man? What's happening down there in the high school basketball sphere? I know Double A passed away, man. Alan Aldridge, the high school coach football coach at Bush. You know, a great young man. My heart go out to him and his family. But what else happening down there in Memphis? Because it's nice and fine out here on the West Coast, y'all.
It's all good in the hood down in H-Town, and a lot was go on with all the myths in regarding to the only thing I can add on the conclusion of that, how with the Memphis stuff is, and I said it last week. Now you're at the point now you just win, people get amnesia. Number two, in regards to those assistants, coaches, that's the equivalent to giving money away. Those guys are still under contract for
not them assistants.
No, not those student managers.
No, yeah.
But the assistant coaches contracts normally renew at the end of 1 year. They're still in the contract. Yeah. At the end of June is when they normally renew those assistant coaches.
So why you bring that up? Your reason to bring that up is why?
Because if in budgetary reasons, when the new
evidently he able to put him in the budget.
That's not, understand something. If that's the case, then you could have just added that to the salary of the one that you vetted. You got to do a better job at vetting guys. And with y'all, as he mentioned in that article, you just said, I got to get better. I only been doing this 6 years. I'm working on it. So that means now's the time to get better at getting your support staff or your immediate staff, get better with those guys. The Johnson guy, that wasn't the first time he didn't left.
Johnson didn't leave, Jimmy.
Well, I didn't. Well,
Johnson is still there.
Well, I didn't say he left and came back.
Yeah, but he's still there.
I'm just saying they ain't the first time left, demoted.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
We don't know the reason. You never know the reason. But we're not talking about the reasons. We're not talking about the reasons. I'm just saying. But it's important to know the reason.
In order to go into the reasons, that means that's going behind the curtain.
I'm gonna let you talk, man, because
this conversation doesn't take.
We're gonna think different about this. So I'm gonna let you talk.
What I'm talking about now, it doesn't require going behind the curtain, meaning that you're going and raising up and stepping on the ant bed with it. I'm saying, bottom line, that's you. If you hiring guys and letting them go, and the money is still on the books to be paid to those guys, that's almost like some guy like in NFL or like on pro teams. You you cutting guys and you still paying them. After a while, that's like, hold on, man. We got to get the right guys. Get the guys that you want. Get the guys that you trust and believe. He's done too many favors. Done a lot of favors with his staff. Favor here, favor there. Look out for this guy. Look out for that guy. And they say it all the time about us, and you know, people don't do that to the other folk, but they come and work for us. Then that's how it goes. So he just got to win now. He has the talent and got to win, and time will tell on that. It's almost basketball season, so that's the thing on that. In regard to high school basketball, we are nearing. It's fall ball. A couple of kids I know one in particular last week committed, which is a smart move. I always applaud that, and I invite people to do that all the time. If your offers are restricted or limited, or if you feel that you've found a school or a college that and it checks the boxes, whatever your boxes may be, then guess what? What's the problem? And after you think about it, you reflect on it, you meet with your parents, you get, what's the problem? Commit. Because nowadays, like I said, it's just the odds are so stacked against young people. So Jamal Cretion, how you pronounce his last name?
Cretion.
Cretion. I said Cretion from
That's
May
how I do.
Creek High School. He's ended his recruitment and going to University of New Orleans, which is, guess what? That's awesome, because I'm hearing coaches from all different angles. I'm talking about from all different parts of the clock, from 2 o'clock, from 5 o'clock, from 8 o'clock, and from 11 o'clock. They all saying the same thing. They saying, listen, man, the NCAA, they realized where this thing was going, and they have to, in order to not crush out freshmen totally and make it seem like there's no market for freshmen, especially in basketball, in the NCAA. They have to make some modifications. They're going to make some modifications. One starts next year. Each school will be able to get 15 scholarships, or be able to scholarship 15 players in basketball instead of 13. So they're adding 2 more slots. That way now, the colleges that did not go after those high school kids, they have a cushion to go after and add the high school kids. So it doesn't crush them and create such a backlog, because everybody won't be able to get into D2s, D3s, or NAIAs in a minute, or even JUCOs. It's only so many slots. So what they're going to do, understand, this is good stuff. This is on the books for coming through for January. It could be voted into place. Whereas, number one, they realize that as many people that are getting waivers right now, that are many in basketball, in sport, college sports, many the letter of intent is archaic right now. And now you're getting into litigations. That means you're bounding. It's a contractual agreement that bounds the player to the school, to the institution, but it doesn't really bound the institution to the player. Yet the coach can go and leave at any time, right? And that's that right there. So they're thinking about this totally, and it sounds like it's going to go through. They're going to disband all and modify the letters of intent to bring it up to time. That means no more letters of intent. Now, meanwhile, when you do sign one, they're going to probably put something in place to whereas the tampering, if they find out another school and getting in, which they can't stop that. They can only, but if in the ways though, but nowadays, yes, they can. Because if you get the wrong set of parents or the wrong person or the wrong handler that gets pissed off, they'll produce them text messages or them DMs or whatnot. Because everybody this is a new wave of people. They don't like talking in person. People talk dirty on the phone. You know, like back in the old days, man, you know, it wasn't no cell phone. So you got no choice but to go to the payphone and put it down, or go meet you somewhere in person, or you talked in code. Ain't no code. These ain't got no code right now. How much you want, coach? Man, coach gonna talk for it. Gonna cost 400,000 for this, right? So that everybody talks greasy and dirty. That means somebody could be taping you. So back to this thing, no possible come January, no letters of intent. That means it will probably go into a place the following as early as next 2025, fall 2025, possibly. And that's all. I think that's really, really good. Another thing that's going to be big for freshmen is the red shirt. Now, this is big. This is big. And this is almost, I'm totally heard, this is a done deal. This means that freshmen, not starting right now, but it'll be probably going into place next year. As it stands, like in football, because they're going to make this thing, make it correlate. Like in football, if you play 25, like 4 games, 25% of the regular season, then you are something like that, 25 to 33%, something like that, 1/4 to 1/3, something like that. Somebody, if a coach is watching, you can correct and put it on the screen, but you can still get the red shirt if you play no more than that many games in football. Well, what they're trying to do is make the percentage translate over to basketball. So if that's the case, that means now 33 and 1/3 would be about 10 games. So that means a freshman if it's put into place, would be able to play somewhere between 8 to 10 games and still get a red shirt year. That can help a lot of freshmen out, because one of the things that makes them mope and makes their lip pokes out is the fact that, guess what? They get to the campus, you know, they're getting practice, they're getting individuals, then they realize that, man, they ain't gonna be able to play. They ain't good enough. They know it. A lot of them know it. Parents ain't there.
In football and wrestling, that's already in place. In football and wrestling.
Which part?
The amount of you can play enough games, play a lot of games. It don't apply to wrestling and football. They got a policy already carrying it.
They're already doing it. So that means the NCAA is going to make it correlate over to basketball, because that means now you're singling out the predominantly black sport.
Because hold up, a player can play in football, for instance, a player can play up to 4 regular season games. Shit, that's damn near most of the season, and still preserve his redshirt season. NCAA recently updated this rule to exempt all postseason competition from the 4-game policy. So post game is not even counted as in the 4-game policy. Golly, they doing too much. I don't know why they doing this, but because it can't be for the benefit of the player. Anytime the NCAA giving all this information, it can't be for the benefit of the player.
Well, it's for the benefit to keep these lawsuits and to keep. Remember, just last week it was announced that the settlement, that $2.8 billion settlement that the NCAA had agreed to, that the attorneys has pushed back on that. And this is part of the reason, Adam, that this is part of they're trying to get that added into there. Little bitty things like this. They said, hold on. We got some other stuff we want to bring back to the table and talk about, which is not uncommon in negotiating settlement. If you don't want,
why do they want to eliminate the letter of intent? The thing that the agreement that binds, and people don't know, that binds the high school athlete to the school. But it don't bind the school to the kid. But why are they trying to eliminate that?
Well, because everybody, when you sign it now, it's wasting the NCAA time, too much of their time, to go and try to hear such cases for waivers or to get release or to get eligibility when people try to get out.
Okay, that'll stop all of that. Okay, so it be like, so it can literally be like the Wild Wild West.
It's already exactly. So why we even got a letter of intent if nobody's gonna hold?
Nobody's agreeing to it. So it's okay. Okay. You
Then
having
guess
a
what?
law
Then
that ain't nobody buying by anyway. So
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I
So
got
shit,
you. Okay.
let's which makes sense. And they don't have the manpower to effectively address all of these situations in a timely fashion. That's the thing with the NCAA. By the time they get to hear the thing, most of the season will be over with. Hal. If I'm trying to go and file a thing about my eligibility and trying to get reinstated or get approved, and hell, by the time you hear the case and they know that it's been numerous instances of that, which the NCAA, once again, Al, as you can see, they're breathing underwater. They're underwater and breathing out of a straw right now. They have to do whatever they can to keep the masses and to keep their ass out of the limelight and out of the public way of legal responsibilities. That's the thing. They always settle in cases, and they've known for that. So I mean, you suing the NCAA, you're going to probably win, but they're going to emerge with no admission of wrongdoing. You see, and that means now there's no case that's going to be able to nobody be able to cite that in the next one or the next one.
Jimmy, hold on. I'm just reading
What
a
you
little
see?
further, right? You know when I get to read, they said other notable changes include what documents described as the new signing model. So your ass gonna have to sign something.
Yeah, they're gonna revise the letter of intent,
Yeah.
but it won't. The other one is outdated.
Yeah, with the elimination of the national letter of intent, he said, the core beliefs of the national letter of intent will be incorporated into the institution athletics financial aid package and scholarship agreements accord.
Oh, the NIL money probably they're gonna do that.
The scholarship. Now this says scholarship, and he said something about the scholarship and financial aid and scholarship. This ain't got nothing to do with NIL. This like when you now letter of intent. You ain't signing no papers yet. You ain't signing no. I put it. You ain't signing no financial papers.
I get it. That makes sense.
So that's what I'm sitting there. They said similar
So
recruiting
that
rules.
scholarship money go toward they're gonna shift it and make it look like going over that way. That way now the student athlete part still.
Yes.
You student now.
Oh, they trying to do something. I see. Okay, I understand. As for transfers, those moving from 4-year colleges to another must enter the transfer portal to sign the written offer of athletic aid. Oh my God. Yeah, y'all got some work to do out here, y'all.
You said no. What'd you say they got to sign? What?
Okay, hold on. Here you go. Hold on. Let me get it to y'all. He said similar recruiting rules tied to the national letter of intent will continue with the signing of the school aid agreements, right? They end a prospect. Wait a minute. When they sign this, they end a prospect's recruitment. For instance, all communication with the signed prospect and family members must end, and the prospects are prohibited from signing more than one aid agreement prior to enrollment. Wow, so you can't go keep signing all that. Keep going, Jimmy. They said in the world of transfer portal, deans get a little interested amidst this new proposal. As for transfers, here you go, Jimmy. Those moving from a 4-year college to another 4-year college, I guess, must enter the transfer portal to sign the written offer of athletics aid, according to the documents Dellinger wrote. Those signings cannot occur until the sport-specific window has opened. The NCAA is in the process of considering an elimination of the spring transfer portal window in football. I remember you said
that last week.
While the NCAA mulls over these propositions, college athletics could change drastically again. You want to talk money? Listen to this among the rules under consideration. He said, permitting athletes who receive payment exceeding their expenses for participating in athletic events to retain their Division I eligibility. That's cool. Under current NCAA rules, athletes are precluded from accepting any form of payment or prize money for athletics participation beyond necessary expenses, meal, food, lodging.
AKA that's the Olympic rule,
Mhm.
the Olympics. So that means now if you guys that's you think about our USA people that play in the Olympics. This young man that just won the 4x1. Well, he didn't run in the championship, but
Yeah, little
he was
Quince,
on the
little
team.
old Quince.
Little Quincy, they had a prize for them of 30, 50,000. Quincy can get that bread now.
Yeah, you get that bread.
You get that bread now. They have to, because it was becoming an embarrassment. Because first of all, the USA, we win so many medals, and we compare it to other countries don't win them as often. Most of the other countries. So when their players win medals, they get 6 digits. Some cases 7 digits, depending on what sport it is and what country it is. While our players here 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 50,000 tops, for winning. So that's this is so keep your ears open in regard to the NCAA. So there is at the end of the rainbow, there is hope for some of the high school seniors. That means now you will get more of an opportunity to perform and to play and to earn your spots. Because in the preseason, especially in basketball, a lot of those schools they play these home games. They're gonna put, just say University of Houston. I remember a couple of years ago, U of H played like 3 HBCUs in the preseason or in the non-conference schedule. So those games that could possibly turn into super double-digit blowouts, that enables a lot of those freshmen to be able to get some burn. And although it may look like it's garbage time, yeah, for the starters, but it ain't garbage time necessarily for those freshmen that's trying to earn more playing time in the spot, on the team. So that's kind of like how you look at it. That means, and then at the same time, at the end of the day, when the games are over in today's, as it currently is, that marginal or a borderline freshman on the college roster that may or may not play much at all during the non-conference game, even if it's against a lopsided opponent. After the game's over, everybody's happy. They're filled with glee. Everybody's high-fiving and coming out of the locker room. And that parent or parents who came to watch their baby play, they got to turn into counselors right now because they never in their life seen their sons or their daughters in a situation where a game is went. Parents are in the stand. Those parents of their babies in the stands. Watch them play. Your son was healthy and got a DNP CD by his name. Didn't even play. Or he got in 1 minute. So that means that kid, for the first time in some of their lives, you have to realize this psychologically. I get it now. I used to be critically hard on the mental health component, but I get it. It took me. I understand. We just been going through because we went through so much as a people when there was little to no sensitivity towards the mental of especially black folk. So it's kind of like something be going on hard. We always tell the kids, "Oh man, you soft man, it's tighten up. Pull your strap up, deal with it." We had to deal with it, and I get it. Times change across the board.
But Jimmy, if they groom their athlete, and what I keep trying to tell y'all this, it's impossible for everybody to play. So if your son is not the best, he gonna be sitting down. I'm serious. I don't understand why people be, up in, maybe because I ain't never been in that position, but I always prepare dudes. I prepare them. Dude, you might not play. I don't know why we send them. Man, we go here because we can play immediate. Man, it's a chance that you might not play. So guess what? You better figure something else out. But if we keep lying to him and said, man, you finna play, and it's the coach's fault, you ain't playing. No, dude, on this particular team, they got this many guards. You got to go in. I never forget. I told my dude. I told him when he left this school. I didn't know. Ain't no coach told me he gonna start in college. I said, dude, the first day you walk in the gym, find out who playing the point guard, and you tear in open gym, tear his head off. Every one of them. The first night. Don't wait till the second night. The first night y'all play, you go at his head. And you're going to put something on his mind for the rest of the season. The boy called me that night, about 11:30 that night, said it's a new sheriff in town. But if he had went up there and been on that bench, man, I would have had a, man, I'm not finna sit up here and say you're not a failure. You're one of 13. Ain't but 13 spots on this team, man. So you got to figure out a way, parents, to paint the picture a lot different. Yes, that might be the first time your baby ain't started. So what? He was mad. Hold up. I was more mad than he was when Houston Hoops had him on the bench. Jimmy. But I said, man, let's go home. He said, no, Daddy, they're going to have to play me. I'm staying. You can go home. I'll never forget that. So I meant he knew what you got to know who you are, man. And he sat on that bench. He was mad as hell. I flew up there. I'm mad as hell. But y'all got to understand, these kids got to be tough enough to understand. I know you talking about, they got to understand, it's a chance. In a game of basketball, ain't but 13 scholarships. Ain't but 5 positions on the floor. You better be in that top 8. If you ain't in that top 8, you better understand your position and be the best. Huh? I'm sorry.
But in today's student athlete,
okay,
they're not programmed.
I just said that you got to groom them. I just said you got to groom them.
They don't, and so therefore, while although some may have it in them to fight through it, most of them by the time the water don't even have to bubble. By the time the water gets warm, not even hot, they're ready to go.
Why?
And
why they ain't ready?
Well, it goes stepping a step backwards. You said, first of all, you're led to believe that you were going to just walk from high school and walk right into a playing opportunity, which that ain't the case. If you even in the recruitment, the college coaches aren't as dumb as some of you guys may want them to be. Although you may have thought you heard that you're gonna be the man, that college coach actually told you you're gonna have the chance.
That's all he's telling you.
Remember the key word: you don't get the chance, or you don't get the opportunity. You can be this. Hey man, we want you to be this. You see, he didn't say you will be this, or you will get that ball and start. Those are the very, very special
situations,
circumstances and situations.
They special. They special.
Cooper Flag going to Duke. He ain't coming off the bench.
Absolutely.
When
and
Walker
Jimmy,
was at U of A,
no, he ain't coming off the bench, but his ass ain't gonna play as much as he think he gonna.
He ain't got to. He ain't come off the bench. That's what we talking about.
That's a good point.
You know,
but we ain't talking about. You talking about the 1%. Forget about the 1.
That's the whole thing though. That's the whole.
Everybody think they the 1%.
The vast majority.
No.
Because where you come from, you felt that you were part of this. You were the 1% of where you come from. So you thinking that it transfers over or it translates over to you being the 1% in the SWAC don't make you the 1% in the Big 12. You could be the leading scorer in the SWAC, and we've had several cases where the leading scorer in the SWAC has led the country in scoring, yet didn't even get drafted, or nor was it on no summer league team. Now you got a better opportunity now being on summer league teams because of the way that it's more summer leagues. You can be on one team. You can be on a team in a different city in the summer league, and they have 3 or 4 different spots at the end of the bench for 2 other guys. So, but this is the thing right now. But nobody thinks it can happen to them But then you see guys that were
Jimmy,
notable.
I ain't seen no kids who done went crazy over it.
No, what they do now, how they do like Quinterly did last week, and they just shut it down. Man, I'm done with basketball. See, that's I've called this. I've said it's going to happen. I told you this is what's happening. You're breeding them whereas they think that if they don't make it to the mountaintop, not just getting over the hill. We just trying to get over the hill. We good. They trying to say these kids think they got to get to the mountain.
Jimmy, he was a McDonald's All-American, Jimmy.
Absolutely. It's a McDonald's All-American.
Don't people be saying, I ain't saying, don't the people be saying the McDonald's All-Americans, those guys going to the league.
But that's in most cases, they are expected to go to the league. But the truth is, only about maybe 20%.
Yeah.
Actually, actually make it to a second contract.
But they have a chance, though. But you said they had an opportunity.
The majority of them will get the majority of the McDonald's All-American, if you go since 2000, the turn of the millennium, when things changed for technology-wise, with laptops, internet, stuff like that. The majority of the McDonald's, 24 players, are expected at the time that they're McDonald's All-Americans to make it. But only that stuff is hard for you to come in. Somebody, you ever stand outside a restaurant and they club, they say we can't let nobody in right now. Fire marshal might come. We gotta let one out before we let one in. Y'all just gotta bear with us. You get the right doorman, and they can keep things calm, tell you a joke or two, communicate with you. Some other than just sit there and look at you and stare at you like you're gonna be out there forever. They gotta let one out or two out before they let one or two in. These people in the NBA ain't trying to lose their jobs. Understand something. As much as we love Kenneth Lofton Jr., he's on his third NBA team right now. He's on his freaking third team.
His third?
Fourth team.
Fourth, yeah.
Fourth.
Yeah.
He's on his fourth team. This ain't no joke. So as good as you think you are, you think you're better than Kenneth Lofton?
That's a good point.
That's how good you got to be. This dude Quinlan still can ball. It's just that he was not willing to go overseas. He's not willing to go. Those opportunities was there for him.
Oh,
don't get it
twisted.
He just said that wasn't part of the plan. And then some people, he might be on some Maya Moore stuff. Whereas he ain't got the resume of Maya Moore, I'm just saying, but he might be on stuff where, you know what, I feel like I can best serve my world or my community, applying myself to something else.
And Jimmy, he talked about he made enough money.
Before NIL. Before NIL.
Well, we ain't talking about before. He can't talk about that. We can't talk about that. But,
shoot.
But he was hard. Hey, but I hear him. He was kind of hard to deal with. Some people were telling me they couldn't believe Memphis got it. And you saw how he seemed like he quit on the team last year. I didn't like that.
That was his third college, third or fourth?
Villanova, Alabama, and Memphis. Yeah.
And that stuff will beat you up. This is what's happening. And I was just telling the parent this morning, man, nowadays, all that picking around, all that stuff that people say, man, they got a good the education here. They got the good engineering school. They got the best law school. They got the best this. Man, guess what? That ain't what you really going to that school for. That little boy and little girl ain't gonna play. Y'all gone like that turkey that had we talking about. They're gone.
Through the cone.
I don't even know why they even introducing you to the deans of those other stuff. No, they can just get it out the way. What matters to them kids, if the envelope is under the pillow when you get in your room, if your mom and dad, of course, are in the little basket with the bottle of wine and the bottle of Crown Royal on the bed, on the table, when they get in their room, the envelope is there. The kid envelope is there. And then they go, instead of going and meeting the dean, they go meet that booster they're gonna work for in the summer. They're going to summer job on paper, or they used to have, they really ain't got to do that no more because of NIL. But You know, they used to have the summer jobs. I'm
Yep.
old school. It's not used
Yeah,
to be.
ain't gotta do that no
You
more.
go meet the guy that you're gonna technically work for in the summer when the off season. You're gonna meet him and he's gonna tell you that your salary. Now they back in the days they can pay you what they wanted to pay. The NCAA modified the rules and they had to pay them within a compatible salary of their peers in that workforce. So that means you couldn't be working at a guy owns McDonald's, for example, and you go to McDonald's, they paying you $100,000 to be the fry cook.
This
They
is a
can't
good
do that.
this is a good comment by Mark Edwards. He said, Quinley can play, but coming to the campus with your own private trainers and business manager, that could be a little bit more cumbersome. I'm glad you said it. I didn't say it. Mark Edwards said that. I didn't say that, y'all.
He's not the only one.
Yeah, we ain't talking about he's not the only one.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's not in other words, that's not way off on the island of those 5%ers, 1%ers. You see what I'm saying? That's not, they all got somebody close. Because here's the thing.
Well, hold on, Jimmy. Let me help you out too, Jimmy. He was a 5-star too, y'all. I'm just letting you, he was a 5-star, but keep going, Jimmy.
No, he was understand. Here's how this. First of all, if you're a McDonald's All-American, we don't even have to go to McDonald's All-American. We can go to USA Basketball because that's the breeding ground for McDonald's All-Americans.
Okay.
There ain't many McDonald's All-Americans that did not get an invite. Now, some of them might have turned the invite down, you see, but you got an invite to USA Basketball in the United States of America. So, in this prerequisite, when you get to that stage, and I'm at the Final Four this past April in Phoenix, and USA Basketball has their what they call mini camp. They had all grades there. They had kids coming out of the 9th grade, right? Like little RJ Hampton's little brother, he was there. I think Malachi Booker from Houston was there. You know, St. John's High School. By the way, he had this whole nother topic, but that boy, I watched some film on him. He can make money playing football. But man, he can make. He don't. It's the first time ever playing football. We talk about him later. When bring him up later, you go find him on the internet. Malachi Booker, 6'6" man, defensive DN at St. John's High School, alumni.
He can get a check. He can get a check playing football
with his eyes closed. With his eyes closed. But so at USA minicamp, so I'm there. I go by there on the Sunday, and I look. You know, you get better. You see the room. A lot of people in the room. You know, you shake a few hands. But I'm watching. It's almost like a flea market for runners, agents, prep school, basketball factories. All them guys were up in there because that's what breeding ground for that.
I heard that Houston Hoop had prep schools up in there trying to. The Houston Hoop had a little workout this weekend.
Prep schools in there.
Prep schools in there. Poach trying to come in there and knock something off.
Wow. Well, you know my thing.
I ain't mad at them, man. Them folk got to work. I told you them folk got to work.
Well, my thing on that, no, it comes twofold.
I ain't mad at them.
Here you go, Howard. Let's say you the head high school coach, and the summer, and I'm the summer coach, and I come to you to get your blessings for this kid to open the gate to let me get this kid to play on my summer team, right? Now you telling me, hey man,
them kids don't have to talk to no damn high school coach. Their mama's gonna take them over there. They got to talk to them.
No, in some instances, there's high school coaching on the minority side of the statistical chain. Some coaches do have a say. Some coaches are at the table or in tune or in lines of communication with the parent and or the kid. There are some out there. The other ones, they just basically working for the parent. You got to do whatever they say. Some parents I've seen do the schedule for the damn high school. I've seen it. Parents got a call. Hey man, I'm doing the schedule now for coach. What day is this event? What day is this? We want to make sure. Okay. Man, hell, I got a girls team right now playing this weekend in the girls Super 16. I asked the high school coach could they get them an invite. High school coach didn't respond. I said, no, we I got in touch with the parent. Small world in basketball. I knew somebody that didn't know that they knew the parent, and they like this. I said, well, man, I've been trying to get that school, the team end up in there. Hold on. He put us both in a text message together. Hey, man, help him out whatever way you can. It's Jim Hicks. This is. Dad, I said, well, man, I'm trying to get y'all to come to the thing. What date is it? Gave him a date. He texts back about 10 minutes later, done. We up in there. What all we need? Send me the stuff. Relationships. Undefeated.
Trumps everything.
Yeah, I don't like that word, but it does.
It does trump. Well, he didn't invent that name. Him and his old redneck dad is just, man. We don't have to talk about that. But that's unique though.
Yeah, this is it's this thing. Shout out to John Smith.
John Smith.
Talking basketball. John Smith has been named the head coach at Houston-Tillerson University.
Tell my little John.
Yeah, he's the head coach. He's the HNIC at Houston-Tillerson.
He been working a long, boy. He been toiling for a while. Summer basketball, everything.
Yeah. College coach. What is that? Incarnate word.
Yeah.
I think he was at New Mexico State.
Wait a minute. Like they did Penny. Why so late?
Well, the job just came open. Houston-Tillerson. That gig just came open, and Well, it didn't. I'm sorry.
Why is it open so late?
I'm sorry. I'm saying it didn't go open late. They waited until the end of August or the beginning of September to name a head coach, which is totally baffling to me. So he got the job. His mom lives in Austin. Great for him because that's an NAIA program that a guy like John can really, really, really be there for 20 years. Because he's been an assistant D1 coach. He's been there, done that. So once you've been there, done that, you realize all the hours you working and you ain't moving the needle. You get to be your own shot caller, and you're gonna get transfers from the portal all the time with his relationships. Remember, he was at Arlington, one of the high schools in Arlington a few years ago before he broke off into the college coaching ranks. But he's a guy that speaks to everybody. He utilizes his fraternity he maximizes relationships within his fraternity. I think he's an alpha. Shout out to those guys, the alphas. They're hosting the voter registration drive at the Super 16.
The women's too?
They didn't do the women in time. They had to go and get their insurance done and get the approval from the national office. So I didn't even bother telling them about the women. I remind them. They just sent me the thing this morning, the approval and the flyer that they're rolling out their campaign to their fellow fraternity members that are in the greater Houston area. But shout out to those guys, man, doing something that they don't have to do, but it felt like you need to do, and that's well received. Voter registration at the Super 16 Extravaganza, October the 4th, 5th, 6th, at what is known as the Den now. Used to be the Sun Auto Sports Complex. Before then, it was the
Rashard Lewis.
The Rashard Lewis complex out in Cypress.
I thought it was the Fox complex now.
The Den. The Den. The Fox found whatever the name of the foundation, it ain't Fox. It's something, whatever the name, the whole or something, whatever this foundation is in sync with it. So, but the name of the reason I know I had to write the check the other day for the Super 16. So that's why I know that the Den, they call it. I don't got the discretion from the one from the other, but De'Aaron Fox and his basketball family runs that facility now. So, which is awesome.
Who run the facility? I'm sorry.
the foundation, De'Aaron Fox, the NBA star De'Aaron Fox, his basketball family, meaning that from his foundation, his grassroots basketball team,
They run
the
that facility.
head of that family, Coach O, that family, they run that, they operate that facility. They're having a deal, maybe with naming rights of it. I don't think they didn't buy the place. I think they somehow the deal like that. So that's awesome for them. Did you? What time is it? We ought to be at the
It's
top.
12.
Huh?
Yeah,
Oh
12
shit,
on
we at
six.
the top. I'm just, last before we get up out of here, football news. Man, what happened to Chris Dishman, man? One of them boys, man. TSU lost to Rice 69-7. It was 69-0 until it was 14 seconds left to go in the game.
Go.
They scored. I'm guaranteed they scored on the third string or maybe the fourth string. Them dudes probably still running laps right now for letting TSU score and not keeping that shutout intact. Alda, something happened in that game that I ain't seen and ain't heard of.
What?
You have to really be getting your ass whooped in college sports to go over to the other coach and agree to run the clock. or shorten the quarter, which is exactly what I heard they did, from 15 minutes to a 12-minute fourth quarter. They took 3 minutes off the clock and started at 12 minutes. TSU and Rice. These guys.
Man, how can everybody learn to play football? How can Rice be 60 points better? What are we not doing at HBCU?
Obviously, one part about it, because I wasn't there, so I can speak from afar. Obviously, I can tell you what's obvious. Chris Dishman, all of the energy went toward game one, because that's not only a game, that's your arch rival. Prairie View. All energy.
Chris Dishman don't play though, but keep going.
I understand motivation. That coach from Rice didn't play either, and they said some of the things he told them kids and how he had them motivated all week, and used everything to his advantage. So your job as a coach is to go and get and rah to those kids, to those students, those team members, and get them fired up to the point where they are willing to run through a wall for you. That's what he obviously had them fired up from the opening kick. Chris Dishman, obviously, the team did not have the same fire in their bellies as when they were playing Prairie View. And understand, they had more incentive, than just with Prairie View just in being the arch rival. They had the damn week, the pre-tournament luncheon that annually takes place they call it the Labor Day Classic. For those of y'all that aren't familiar and aren't in Houston, TSU Prairie View, it's the Labor Day Classic. That game has taken place on Labor Day weekend for countless years. Well, they have a luncheon on that Wednesday.
I've been to it before.
I've been to about 3 of them, the luncheons. And then the coach get up there and they talk a little friendly smack.
Yeah.
Well, this particular year, the president talked some smack.
They talked smack that year, last year.
But they really went and singled it out, and gave Kevin Granger, told him, when the last time you had to drive home with this trophy? You get like a trophy, whoever win this battle. When the last time you drove home with the trophy, Kevin Granger? That hurt. Then they got on Chris Dishman, they got on him, and so it was almost like you the little brother of the Houston Oilers. Bubba McDowell, they both were teammates with the Houston Oilers back in the days, which was a good. And TSU went down there and got on it and whooped them. Come back and give it all back. Now we're going to see how TSU is off this week, which is much needed.
They need to be off.
They need to be off to heal mentally from what just happened to them, because that ain't supposed to happen. Like you're saying, these dudes, this wasn't. And then Rice has to play U of H this weekend. Rice beat Sam Houston State, Sam Houston State is
No,
like
Sam Houston State beat Rice.
Sam Houston State beat Rice.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't say because Sam Houston State is a Division II. I'm sorry, football division, the second division in football.
Powerhouse.
They're a powerhouse in that.
They beat Rice.
Okay.
So Rice had had redemption because they got beat. We won the game and we come in there. Look, I don't know. I just don't see how people can beat you that bad, man.
Beat the stuffing out of. Before we get ready to roll up out of here, college. Speaking of football, of course, in the AP poll, I'm not sure I've ever seen this before. Well, I know I haven't seen it before. Don't mean it hasn't happened. But 6 of the top 7 teams in the AP poll are from the SEC right now.
That's normal.
6 of the 7.
The AC. Oh, wait a minute. I'm talking SEC or ACC?
The SEC.
SEC. Yeah, they supposed they the ones they the ones supposed to have all the pros and the biggest budgets.
So that other team is Ohio State, obviously. So that means, remember now, I mean, and understand, guys, there's no more Pac-10, but there is some Big 12s, and wow, and there is some Big 10s. There is some ACC, but guess what? Cam Ward and his dad and his mom, hey man, I'm rooting for them. Just
Absolutely.
Keep on keeping on.
Absolutely.
He's saying, you see that video how him getting on little Shadu, what his name, Sanders' ass?
Jimmy, you know that's kind of old. It's this summer, right?
Yeah, it's only got to be old during. It got to be during the off season at some point. But he getting on his ass. But I'm thinking about the respect that Sanders didn't go back at his throat. He didn't say, "Man, shut the hell up." He took that, and it's like, okay, I get better tomorrow. No, you got to get better today. I said, I got better today. I got better. So told us that's some leadership skills, and you can see respect because the other guys that were sitting there, they listen, and which their silence was a sign of agreement.
We gotta start getting on the phones.
Let me get that one.
Got bullshit. Bullshit, y'all can't handle that heat. That's what it is. Hello? It's cool though.
Bro.
That's your team.
Here, bro.
Huh?
What? You live out here.
That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing.
You come to where I'm at.
I've been up there. Colder.
These ain't get water too. 8423.
I don't think y'all got better today. I don't think you got better today.
You the
I did.
we here late. He called you.
I got better. I might have been the reason we was late, but I got better.
Okay, I'm gonna get better tomorrow and Saturday.
We throwing comebacks. We throwing comebacks. You just lost it and you placing it. You not throwing it.
Okay.
Come on, man. Start getting water. We gotta start getting on the phones.
Jimmy, I got something better. One of his wide receivers, Cam, was down there in Miami throwing. He saw where one of his wide receivers was over with Lamar Jackson somewhere in Fort Lauderdale. They in Miami. He out in Fort Lauderdale there with Lamar Jackson catching some ball. He called him and said, "Look here, player. Where you at? I'm over here with Lamar Jackson, man. I'm over here with the MVP." He said, "Let me tell you something. Lamar Jackson ain't going to throw you a pass this season. And if you don't get your ass back out from here to back here, you ain't going to be getting no pass from Miami." That's what I like about Cam Ward. Say, if you don't get to Miami and get over here where we at on this field, you ain't going to be no catching no passes out here. I said, oh my goodness. Yes, Cam Ward that one. Cam Ward that one.
Cam Ward, of course, and he had a good weekend. They played Florida A&M, which, understand something. How bad they beat Florida A&M? I ain't see the score.
About 1,000. I forgot the score.
Let me see.
They whooping them like they stole something from.
Ooh, yeah, 56 to 9. 56 to 9.
It could have been worse.
So understand something. Florida A&M is our black national champion.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is what I mean. I'm not. Florida A&M is our national champion. They are defending national champion. They're undefeated. I saw the first game, a good game in that first one. They came back and won in that bowl to start in week 0. But Florida A&M is the best we got. Think about the difference. They're 50 points better than Florida A&M. Rice is 60 plus points better than Texas Southern.
I just can't believe it. I'm serious. I can't see. I got to go watch that game one more time.
I can imagine the line is pretty beefed up, pretty beefy in comparison to TSU. I can see that, and then I can see that the running game, their line is gaping them holes up, and they're controlling that line. That running back can have a field day on the ground. But I saw the stats, and I don't think once again, something else I've never seen in my life. I've never seen a college football team, a Division I, a stat line. I'm not saying it ain't happened before. Quite sure it has. Did not pass for 50 yards on the afternoon. Kind of TSU had 47 yards passing, man, the whole game. So that means you getting beat by 60. Every down is a passing down. You mean to tell me you couldn't get a couple screens out? They were whooping you all over.
That little shout, little quarterback, little Jay. You know, that's why he got his job took. Then we had to put a freshman in behind him. Jimmy, that's how you get steamrolled. That's how you get steamboated. Starting quarterback got hurt. Look, man, let me tell you something, man. College football is amazing. It's pure, but Cam Ward is. But we're gonna talk about Shador and them on tomorrow. We'll talk about
NFL. You know you got some NFL in.
No, I ain't get a chance to. I talk about tomorrow.
Texas and all that right there. We talk about it tomorrow.
Texans supposed to lost that game yesterday.
No, they. You know what? It is so. Let me tell you something. It's so good that they won.
I ain't said that. I said they were supposed to lose that game yesterday.
They tried to give it away, and had they lost that game, it would have been hard to put Humpty Dumpty back together again.
No, because it was a road game.
No, I'm talking about the way that all of the missed points you left on the field. I'm talking about the decisions on the coach at the end of the half. I'm talking about different. The quarterback wasn't crisp at all throwing the ball early on, but he found a way to push through, found open guys here and there, and made plays. And of course, in winning, the new Diggs happened to score 2 touchdowns, and that he kept him happy because you can tell
Mixon saved him.
Mixon was the dude, and somebody told me that Mixon ain't the running back RB1. There's another guy that's hurt right now. It's supposed to be RB1.
Jimmy, you can't Mixon the man right now. Mixon free agent.
I understand that. I'm saying, but somebody told me
we had a dude, but he hurt. You can't make the club from the tub. You can't help the club from the tub, man.
But this other guy there, I don't know his name. They say he's our starting running back. Yeah, and so he's out. So that means if we got a starter that's better than Mixon came in there. So the thing about Mixon came in there and he did something I had not seen from a Texan running back since before Arian Foster got that bag from the Texans. When he was young, hungry, Arian Foster, he did what he's the last time I saw a Texan running back successfully implement 2 stiff arms during a game. He put them still. These other ones, they'll get it. They see you coming. They just trying to get 3-4 yards, lay it down. He put that stiff arm. He trying to break your neck. You tackling him. And Mixon was out there laughing, having fun. Guess what? Get that boy the ball. Get that boy the ball again. We got options now. And it helps. Anyway.
Jimmy. They say he is the number 1.
Oh, he is?
Running back.
Okay.
Oh, you talking about Damian Pierce?
Pierce.
Pierce, bad dude.
Pierce is so he's the one that's hurt.
Yeah, well,
No,
shit.
Pierce played yesterday.
Yeah, well, that's the
That
only
was number
one.
31. I think that was number 31.
Ain't no another one better than that.
He ran hard yesterday too. Just wasn't Mixon. Mixon picked them holes right.
Oh, they
He wasn't
cut
just-
Singletary, and okay, they cut Singletary. Okay.
So that's what the guy in. Okay. So yeah, okay. Somebody.
Hey man, dude, hey. We're gonna talk about it tomorrow. Oh, FaceTime ain't been working out this summer. He been flying all over the world, man. He been had more on the plane workouts. I mean, in Dubai and all of that that he have been working out.
FaceTime needs some more massages. That's what he need. Period.
Yeah, y'all might need to let that man get him some more massages, man.
He need to go hop in there. Hey,
That's a
big
good
head.
point, Jimmy. That's a good point.
What's that?
That's a good point. He might need some more massages.
That's what he might need. Hey, little mama might,
Man, get off. I'm gonna get you. I'm getting off this ass. You ain't been talking about my dudes, dog, man. I'm not gonna let you do it. I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm out of here, y'all. Hey, we'll see y'all tomorrow.
We gotta get up out of here, man. I gotta go run my laps, man. It's time, boy. Day number 5 now. Day 5.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live.